Something unusual is unfolding in your life, and deep down you can feel it. Not everyone notices these moments. Most people rush through life without sensing when a turning point is approaching. But you feel the shift before it arrives. There is a quiet tension in the air around you lately. Small things feel different. Certain conversations stay in your mind longer than they should. Certain opportunities appear out of nowhere. It feels subtle, almost invisible, yet impossible to ignore. What if this feeling is not random? What if it is the beginning of a moment that could quietly redirect the path of your life? The truth is, those who are spiritually aware often sense change before it happens. They feel the ripple before the wave arrives. And if you are watching this right now, there is a reason. Because sometimes the most surprising moments come just before everything begins to make sense. For most people, life moves in predictable patterns. They follow the path expected of them. They blend into the noise of the world and rarely question it. But those who are spiritually awakened, those who feel called to something deeper, their journey rarely follows a straight line. From an early point in life, you may have felt different, not better than others, not superior, just different, as if your mind was searching for something beyond what everyone else seemed satisfied with. You asked questions others avoided. You noticed patterns others ignored. You felt emotions more deeply than most people around you. And because of that, your path has likely been filled with confusion, isolation, and moments where you wondered if something was wrong with you. But what if those experiences were never a weakness? What if they were preparation? There is a quiet truth many people never realize. Those who carry a deeper awareness often walk through the most difficult roads first, not because they deserve hardship, but because their experiences shape the clarity they will eventually carry. Being spiritually aware in a world that values distraction can feel exhausting. Society often rewards those who follow the crowd, those who ask fewer questions, those who stay comfortable inside the system. But people like you struggle with that. Something inside you resists living blindly. Something inside you keeps searching for meaning, even when it makes life harder. And that search can come with a price. You may have experienced moments where people misunderstood your intentions, times when speaking your truth made others uncomfortable, moments when your growth caused certain relationships to fade away. That is one of the hidden challenges of awakening. The more clearly you begin to see, the harder it becomes to pretend that everything is normal. The more aware you become, the more you recognize patterns that others refuse to acknowledge. But here is something important to understand. The purpose of awakening is not to isolate you from the world. It is to help you navigate it with clarity. And sometimes, right before an important shift happens in your life, there is a strange period of quiet tension, a feeling that something is approaching, even if you cannot yet see what it is. Opportunities appear unexpectedly. Certain people enter your life at unusual moments. Old habits begin losing their hold over you. These moments can feel confusing at first, but often they are signals that your path is quietly adjusting itself. Life rarely announces its turning points with loud warnings. The most powerful shifts often arrive disguised as ordinary moments. A conversation you almost ignored. An opportunity you almost declined. A realization that suddenly changes how you see everything. And suddenly, the direction of your life begins to move in a way you never predicted. People who are deeply aware tend to sense these moments before they fully unfold. It feels like standing at the edge of a door that has not opened yet, but you know something is on the other side. That feeling you have right now might be exactly that. Not a dramatic explosion of change overnight, but a quiet moment approaching, one that could redirect the course of your journey in ways you cannot yet imagine. And when that moment arrives, the most important thing is not fear, it is awareness. Because awareness allows you to recognize opportunities others might ignore. Awareness allows you to trust your inner clarity when the path ahead feels uncertain. You do not need to have every answer right now. Awakening is not about having perfect knowledge of the future. It is about being ready when life presents the moment that matters. If this message resonates with you, it may be because you are already standing near that moment. A surprising shift that could change your path is closer than it appears. Not everyone will recognize it when it arrives, but those who stay aware, those who stay true to their inner calling, often notice it just in time. So pay attention to the subtle changes around you. Listen to the quiet signals life is sending. Trust the awareness that has guided you this far. And if this message spoke to something deep inside you, take a moment to connect with this community. Like this video, so more awakened minds can find it. Share your thoughts in the comments about what shifts you have been feeling lately. And subscribe to Return to Awakening to continue exploring the deeper truths that most people overlook. Because sometimes the moment that changes your life does not arrive with noise. It arrives quietly, waiting for the few who are aware enough to recognize it. There is a rhythm to life that only the awakened can sense. It is subtle, almost imperceptible, yet undeniable. Certain patterns repeat themselves. Certain signs keep appearing in ways that feel almost orchestrated. You might notice coincidences that others dismiss, moments that seem too precise to be random, a message in a dream, a phrase in conversation, or an opportunity that appears at just the right moment. These are the whispers of the universe trying to guide you. It is easy to doubt them, easy to think, maybe I'm imagining this. But deep inside, you know the difference between noise and truth. That knowing is what separates the chosen from the ordinary. The path of the chosen is rarely straight. It is filled with twists and turns that test your patience, your courage, and your willingness to trust yourself. You may have felt the weight of expectations, your own, and those imposed by the world. Society tells you to conform, to follow the familiar, to stay safe. But safety rarely leads to awakening. Those who are called to awaken often feel the tension between the comfort of conformity and the pull of purpose. You are learning to navigate this tension. You are learning that your discomfort is a signpost, not a failure. Every struggle, every moment of doubt is part of the preparation. Every challenge is shaping your vision, sharpening your awareness, and building resilience for the moments that will truly matter. The chosen path is not easy. It demands self-awareness, courage, and a willingness to walk alone when necessary. But it also brings clarity, insight, and a connection to something far greater than the ordinary world. You may have experienced moments where the world seemed to misunderstand you. Times when people judged your choices, questioned your intentions, or tried to silence your truth. This is natural for those who are awakening. The world often fears what it cannot understand, and you, in your awakening, are beginning to see beyond illusions that most accept without question. But these experiences are not setbacks. They are lessons. They teach you discernment, patience, and the power of standing firmly in your own truth. The path of awakening often feels lonely, but it is never empty. There are unseen forces guiding you, synchronizing events and preparing the next step of your journey. And sometimes the universe works in mysterious ways. A moment appears unexpectedly. A person crosses your path. An idea surfaces that changes everything. These moments often arrive when you least expect them. They are subtle yet powerful, like a spark igniting in the dark. You may feel unease, anticipation, or even fear. That is normal. The chosen are being called to step into something bigger than themselves. The moment approaching your life is not about grandeur or recognition. It is about alignment. It is about meeting the circumstances that awaken your highest potential. And when this moment comes, the challenge is to remain present, to recognize it, to act in accordance with your inner truth rather than reacting out of fear or doubt. Every insight you have gained, every hardship you have endured, every quiet realization has been leading to this moment. You may notice subtle shifts in your energy, new opportunities, new people, or sudden clarity in situations that once seemed confusing. These are not coincidences. They are signs that your path is shifting in alignment with your awakening. Pay attention to your intuition. Trust the nudges you feel inside. They are guiding you toward the moment that could redefine your journey. The chosen do not follow the path others create for them. They create their own path, guided by awareness, wisdom, and an inner sense of destiny. And while the world may try to distract or mislead you, your awareness acts as a compass. Your insight allows you to navigate the unseen currents that carry you toward transformation. Even in uncertainty, there is clarity. Even in silence, there is communication. The universe has a way of speaking to those who listen carefully. You may feel tension building inside you, a subtle anticipation that something extraordinary is near. That tension is not fear, it is preparation. It is the quiet before the shift, the space in which transformation begins, even if you cannot yet see the outcome. Those who have walked the awakening path know that the moments that matter rarely announce themselves. They appear quietly, requiring awareness, courage, and trust. And the closer you get to this moment, the more your inner vision sharpens. Your sensitivity to synchronicity, to guidance, to truth becomes more acute. Every challenge you faced, every moment you felt misunderstood, has been training you for this moment. It is approaching, not in a way that shouts, but in a way that whispers, "Pay attention, this is your moment." The world around you may remain unchanged, but within you the stage is set. The pieces are aligning, the energy is building. The question now is, are you ready to recognize it when it arrives? Because the surprising moment that approaches is not just an event. It is a portal, a threshold into a deeper understanding, a higher awareness, and a path aligned with your true purpose. That moment will not arrive with fanfare. It will arrive quietly, almost imperceptibly, and you will feel it first as a subtle shift inside yourself. A sense that things are aligning, that the universe is finally opening a door you've been waiting for. You might notice small coincidences stacking up, opportunities that once felt out of reach now appearing naturally, conversations that reveal deeper truths, situations that test your courage while simultaneously offering clarity. The key is presence. To be fully awake to this moment, you must release distraction and noise. Your mind must be still enough to recognize the signs that others overlook. Many who are spiritually sensitive experience frustration at this point. The world seems chaotic, unpredictable, even unfair. But it is within this chaos that the seeds of transformation quietly take root. The chosen path is rarely straightforward. It often tests your resilience, patience, and faith in your own awareness. But every test, every challenge, prepares you for what is coming. You may have felt isolated at times, as if no one truly understands the depth of your journey. That is common for those who are awakening. The world often struggles to relate to those who perceive reality differently. But remember this, isolation is not punishment. It is preparation. It allows you to develop clarity, discernment, and inner strength that others may never cultivate. Those who are truly awakened understand the subtle language of the universe. They see patterns where others see randomness. They feel guidance where others feel only confusion. And as this surprising moment approaches, your awareness will be your greatest ally. It will allow you to recognize what others might dismiss as coincidence. You may feel a mix of anticipation and unease. That is natural. The chosen often sense change before it fully manifests, and the tension can feel both thrilling and frightening. The universe has a way of arranging events in perfect timing. What appears random is often orchestrated. What seems small may carry immense significance. The signs are all around you, waiting for your attention. A look, a word, a chance encounter. These may seem minor now, but they could be the catalyst for transformation. Do not underestimate subtle guidance. Those who ignore it often miss the doors that were meant to open for them. Trust your intuition. It is your inner compass. The same awareness that led you to feel different, to seek deeper truth, will guide you through this moment. Your preparation has been quiet, internal, and often invisible to the outside world. Yet it is sufficient. You have already developed the skills and awareness needed to navigate what comes next. You may notice a growing sense of clarity about your purpose, a feeling that the pieces of your life are falling into place. That clarity is not coincidence. It is the unfolding of your awakening. Even challenges that seemed insurmountable in the past were shaping you for this exact moment. Every hardship has refined your resilience, patience, and perception. When the moment arrives, it will be a test of courage, presence, and your willingness to embrace your own path. But it is also a gift that reveals possibilities you may not have imagined, a shift that could change the trajectory of your life in profound ways. The chosen are rarely given clear instructions. They are guided instead by intuition, insight, and the quiet alignment of circumstances. The closer you come to this turning point, the more your senses will awaken. You will notice patterns that others overlook. You will feel energies that others cannot perceive. And as you step through this portal, it will feel as though the world itself has shifted to meet you. This is not a moment for hesitation. It is a moment for trust. Trust in your own awareness. Trust in the journey that has brought you here. Trust that the universe has prepared this path for you. Even if the outcome is uncertain, the process itself will awaken parts of you that have been waiting quietly for years. The surprising moment approaching is not merely an event. It is a threshold, a doorway into a deeper understanding of yourself, your purpose, and the unseen forces guiding your life. Every thought, every choice, every step you take now matters. The smallest action aligned with your truth can ripple outward and shape the path that is unfolding before you. As this moment draws nearer, you may feel a heightened awareness of your surroundings. People, places, and events begin to resonate with unusual significance. The ordinary becomes extraordinary, and nothing feels accidental anymore. You might feel pulled toward certain choices without fully understanding why. That pull is your inner self aligning with the currents of destiny. It is the quiet guidance that the world often conceals from those too distracted to notice. There may be moments of doubt, moments when fear whispers that you are unprepared. That is natural. The chosen often face inner resistance before transformation. The challenge is to move forward despite it, to step into your path even when uncertainty looms. Your journey has already cultivated patience, discernment, and inner strength. These qualities will allow you to recognize the signs that others miss and to respond with clarity and courage. Sometimes the signals are subtle, a glance, a phrase, or an opportunity that seems almost accidental. These moments are the universe's way of nudging you forward. They require attention, not force. You may notice patterns repeating in your life, lessons appearing in new forms, people crossing your path who carry messages you need. Do not ignore them. These patterns are guiding you, shaping the moment that is coming. The energy around you may feel charged, as if the world itself is holding its breath. This tension is not discomfort, it is preparation. The universe is synchronizing circumstances to create the conditions for your breakthrough. Even in silence, there is communication. Even in stillness, transformation is occurring. What you perceive as waiting is actually a quiet alignment of forces that you cannot yet see. You might have felt moments of inexplicable clarity recently, a thought or feeling that seems to come from nowhere. That is your inner guidance preparing you, building the bridge toward the change that is approaching. The chosen path is rarely simple. It requires awareness, courage, and faith in your inner truth. And it often comes with periods of uncertainty, when the world seems confusing or contradictory. Yet it is in this uncertainty that the true awakening occurs. You learn to trust your intuition, to navigate unseen currents, and to act in alignment with your higher purpose. The approaching moment is not random. It has been set into motion by a combination of your readiness, the experiences you have endured, and the unseen forces guiding your life. You may feel a sense of anticipation building, a tension that is not anxiety, but a signal that change is imminent. Pay attention to this feeling. It is your awareness tuning into the rhythm of destiny. Sometimes the shift appears small at first. A conversation, a realization, or an opportunity that seems minor. But these small sparks can ignite a transformation far greater than you expect. You may encounter situations that test your patience, your discernment, or your ability to act from clarity rather than fear. These are the tests that determine your readiness for what is coming. Even obstacles that seem frustrating or confusing are part of the alignment. They are shaping your perspective, teaching you lessons that will guide you through the upcoming shift. The universe rarely provides clear instructions. It offers signals, synchronicities, and nudges. Your job is to remain aware, to follow your intuition, and to act in accordance with your inner truth. As the moment approaches, you may feel a mix of excitement, fear, and anticipation. That is normal. It is the energy of awakening building toward a threshold you have been preparing to cross. The chosen are defined not by ease or comfort, but by their awareness, courage, and willingness to embrace the unknown. You have been walking this path quietly, learning, growing, and preparing. When the moment finally arrives, you will recognize it, not because it shouts, but because it resonates deeply within you. It will feel familiar, inevitable, and aligned with your highest purpose. This moment is approaching quietly, steadily, and inevitably. The question is not if it will come, it is whether you will notice it and step forward with awareness. There is a subtle shift happening within you right now. You may not see it yet, but you feel it, a growing resonance, a sense that something profound is approaching. Your perception is sharpening, your intuition more precise, your awareness more attuned to the unseen currents around you. You might notice signs that previously went unnoticed. A word, a gesture, a synchronicity that seems too perfect to be random. These are not accidents. They are whispers from the universe guiding you closer to your path. The chosen often sense these moments long before they manifest externally. It is a quiet knowing, an inner compass that points toward the opportunities, challenges, and revelations that will define the next chapter of your journey. This awareness is both a gift and a responsibility. It allows you to navigate life with clarity, but it also requires vigilance. Distractions, doubts, and fear can cloud your perception if you allow them to dominate. The world may seem chaotic, and at times, it may even resist your awakening. Those who feel deeply often clash with the norms, expectations, and limitations imposed by society. But this resistance is not a barrier. It is a filter. It separates those who are ready from those who are not. Every struggle, every misunderstanding, every moment when you felt unseen or unappreciated has been shaping your capacity to recognize the approaching shift. Your resilience has been quietly honed, preparing you to act with wisdom when the moment arrives. You may experience heightened sensitivity at this stage, an acute awareness of energy, emotion, and intention. This sensitivity is a signal that you are tuning into a frequency that others cannot yet perceive. And with this heightened awareness comes discernment, the ability to see beyond appearances, to recognize truth behind illusion, and to make choices aligned with your higher purpose. The approaching moment is subtle. It may not come with drama or fanfare. Often, it arrives disguised as the ordinary, yet it carries extraordinary potential. A conversation, an unexpected opportunity, a sudden insight. These seemingly small occurrences can shift the trajectory of your life more than you realize. Your inner world is preparing you to recognize these shifts. The emotions you feel, the dreams that linger in your mind, the intuitive nudges, they are all signposts pointing you toward your path. Even confusion and uncertainty are part of this preparation. They sharpen your discernment and deepen your connection to your inner guidance. You may feel tension rising within you, a sense that the familiar is slipping away and something new is coming. That tension is not to be feared. It is the threshold energy before transformation. The chosen walk a delicate balance between anticipation and patience. They must remain aware without rushing, ready without forcing, and present without clinging to the old. Your challenges have cultivated an inner strength that will allow you to navigate what is coming. Your past experiences, your insights, and even your doubts have all been shaping a readiness that is now emerging. Pay attention to subtle patterns. Notice the repetitions, the synchronicities, the moments that feel unusually significant. They are your map, your guide, and your invitation. The approaching moment will demand your courage. It will call on your capacity to act from clarity, not fear, to step forward when others hesitate, to trust your own wisdom when the world questions it. Even if the moment seems small or insignificant at first, recognize its potential. Small sparks often ignite the greatest transformations. The universe rarely announces a shift with noise. It whispers, nudges, and aligns circumstances until the chosen notice and respond. Your readiness is key. The closer you come to this moment, the more attuned you become to the signs, the patterns, and the guidance that will lead you forward. The chosen are not defined by the absence of fear, but by their ability to act despite it. They recognize opportunity where others see uncertainty and step into alignment with purpose rather than comfort. You may sense the approach of this moment in your body, your emotions, and your thoughts. That sense is the resonance of awakening, the quiet signal that your path is about to shift. The moment will arrive, not with force but with alignment, not as a disruption but as a natural unfolding of the path you have been walking all along. As the moment draws closer, your senses become sharper. You may notice subtle changes in people around you, new energy, new intentions, or even old connections resurfacing in ways that feel purposeful rather than random. Dreams may become more vivid, carrying messages you barely understand but feel compelled to remember. These are not coincidences. They are the mind and soul preparing you, signaling that your path is aligning with forces beyond your immediate perception. You may feel a strange pull towards certain places, conversations, or decisions. It is the universe guiding you toward opportunities that are critical to your awakening. This pull may feel inconvenient or unexpected, but it is purposeful. Even in moments of doubt or uncertainty, there is a subtle reassurance in your intuition. That inner voice, often quiet and overlooked by the unawakened, becomes a guiding compass during this stage. The chosen often sense when something significant approaches before the world reveals it. This anticipation may feel restless, like the air before a storm, charged, alive, and full of possibility. Challenges may still arise, testing your patience and discernment. But these are not obstacles, they are refining tools. Each challenge sharpens your clarity, strengthens your resolve, and readies you for the moment that is approaching. You may feel moments of internal conflict, a desire to rush forward clashing with the need for patience. This is normal. The chosen must learn to move with awareness, not impulse, allowing events to unfold with timing rather than force. Subtle coincidences will increase, conversations, encounters, and opportunities that feel orchestrated. These synchronicities are markers on your path, confirming that the approaching moment is near. Even minor insights may feel profound. A single thought, a fleeting realization, or an unexpected answer to a question you've carried for years can be the key that unlocks a larger understanding. Your energy may fluctuate as you sense the shift, moments of clarity followed by moments of doubt. Both are essential. The fluctuations are part of aligning your mind, body, and spirit with the transformative energy that is arriving. You may notice certain fears surfacing: fear of change, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. These fears are natural. They are signals that you are stepping into new territory, beyond comfort zones that have defined your life until now. Even the smallest decisions now carry weight. Every choice, every step, every act of awareness propels you closer to the alignment that will define this pivotal moment. Pay attention to the feelings in your body, the patterns in your thoughts, and the resonance of your emotions. They are your indicators, your instruments, guiding you toward readiness. The chosen are often misunderstood. Their insight, intuition, and awareness can feel isolating. But solitude is part of the preparation, allowing you to cultivate discernment and strength that will be crucial in the coming shift. You may feel waves of energy passing through you, sometimes invigorating, sometimes unsettling. These are not random. They are the currents of awakening, moving through you to prime you for what is next. The approaching moment is not external. It is an intersection of inner readiness and outer alignment. The universe waits for the chosen to be prepared before revealing the opportunity fully. You may notice an increasing sense of urgency, a pull toward your purpose, even if the specifics remain unclear. That pull is the compass of awakening, guiding you toward the threshold you are about to cross. Even as external circumstances may seem chaotic, trust the invisible currents shaping your path. What appears as disorder is often alignment in disguise, arranging circumstances for maximum impact when the moment arrives. You may experience flashes of clarity, insights about yourself, your purpose, or the direction of your life. These flashes are signals that the energy around you is shifting and that the approaching moment is near. The key is to remain observant, patient, and aligned with your inner truth. Reacting impulsively or ignoring your awareness can divert the flow of opportunity. The chosen must learn to navigate tension with presence, uncertainty with trust, and anticipation with stillness. In doing so, they position themselves to fully recognize and embrace the transformative moment as it unfolds.